Hello everyone, my name is Anil Sharma, and in this video series we are going to study about XenApp and XenDesktop 7.6. So here right in front of you we see that this is the TOC, and in this very first video we are going to have the overview of the course module, the topics those we are going to cover it up. Module 1 talks about understanding the XenApp and XenDesktop architecture, where we are going to see about why XenApp and XenDesktop and what are the different components those come into the picture, and where each and every component of the Citrix XenApp and XenDesktop fits into the XenDesktop architecture. Module 2 we are going to cover about hypervisor considerations, so which are the different types of hypervisors that can be used to set up the Citrix VDI environment, installation of the hypervisors, and how do we exactly configure the hypervisors, managing the hypervisors with the help of the hypervisor management console. Module 3 we are going to talk about setting up the infrastructure components, so where your domain controller comes into the picture, the DHCP, your file services, SQL server, and the certification authorities. Module 4 we will talk about setting up the Citrix components. So these Citrix components, they are nothing but the one which we are going to discuss under the different components those we have in the architecture, XenApp and XenDesktop architecture. So how do we go about with setting up each and every component over here, so which will include your license servers, your desktop sites, your printer server, storefront server, and the basic troubleshooting of that. And also under the components we are going to study about the Citrix director as well. Module 5 talk about setting up the resources, so we are preparing your virtual machine as a master image, where under the master images we are going to cover up around two different types of master images. That's going to go on with your server operating system and the desktop operating system. How do we work about the machine catalogs, so creating the machine catalogs and the management of machine catalog, similarly with the delivery groups and the troubleshooting. Module 6 we are going to work upon the policies and the user profiles, how to manage the user profiles, what are the different types of user profiles that can be created over here, and which are the different studio policies that those we have got, and how do we perform the policy modeling and the troubleshooting of the profile management. Module 7 talks about managing the printers, so how do we go about with managing the printers, managing the printer behavior, configuring the printer at the client side, managing the print device drivers, managing the performance, and how to set up the universal print server. Module 8 talks about the provisioning services. So here we would see the installation of provisioning services and the management of provisioning services. Module 9 talks about monitoring the sessions, monitoring the site, and monitoring the end user with the help of the Citrix director. So here we'll see what are the different criteria, or what are the different aspects depending on which we can go ahead and monitor the user session. Module 10 talks about setting up the NetScaler. So here we'll see the introduction to the NetScaler device, where exactly it fits up into the Citrix VDI architecture. Or we can also talk about Citrix XenApp and XenDesktop architecture, so what is the exact role of this NetScaler server, and we are going to perform the few configurations on the NetScaler server, and we would also perform the delivery of the desktops and applications by using the NetScaler device as the proxy server. We are going to work around with the different types of policies those we have got, and how do we connect, or how do we integrate this NetScaler device with the Citrix storefront server. So this is the overall overview of the module, or overall the introduction to the course module that we are going to cover in the upcoming videos. Thank you.